market. And welcome back to the Goatslickers. It's been a while since we posted a video, but we're glad you're here. Today's a very, very cool and very momentous day for us because today we get to let our goats out. Up until now, we've been just kind of feeding and growing them and getting them big and strong enough so they can get to this point. We've also just finished pulling all of our fencing. So we're really excited. So this ought to be a little bit of a fun video. It's not going to be too long, but I think you're going to like it. This is just a little bit of playtime. What are we fixing to do?
Release the goats! We're going to let the goats out for the first time!
All right. Go ahead, open up.
Be free!
Move out of the doorway. Just back up a little bit so that they'll come.
Come on, girls. Elsa. Hi for Maisie. Come on.
They're like the grass.
Come on, ladies.
You can come out. Come on, Piper and Maisie. Come on, baby. Come on. Be free. Piper.
They've never had this much land. They're so happy.
Go, Paisley.
Happy goats. Happy, happy, happy. The boys are probably like, what's going on? Hey, fight, Maisie. You guys are free. Yay. Oh my gosh. Yay!
Their big ears are so ridiculous.
Oh, you're scared. You're scary. Elsa!
Their leaves are the favorite part,
I
aren't
could
they?
be a goat.
Gross.
Wonderful.
It's exciting.
Yes. Look at Elsa.
What do you think, Elsa? Pretty cool, huh?
The mane. She has very spiky horns.
Yep.
They're devouring that thing.
You say bye.
Hey.
All right, we're gonna go let the boys out, right, guys? We're fixing to release the boys. These guys down over here. How about you, Baron?
Open.
Open says me. Do it. Come on, fellas.
They've got this electric fence that they're going to have to...
They got this electric fence now, so they've got this brand new fence line that we've had pulled down the center of the property. So the girls have all this. Hi, ladies. Good to see you coming on down to say hi. And
Don't touch that.
they have that wonderful pasture land out here, and the boys have all that. This is electric fence, and we have to be very careful with it. Hi, girls. How's it going?
It's a wedding.
Valcor. The boys got it pretty much made over here. They got tons of room to run and play. But something tells me they're going to concentrate their efforts over here. Lazarus and Baron. After a couple of days, ain't going to be nothing left out here. Look at that. They found that big old rock and they love it. There you go, Valcor. What do you think, buddy? You're joining up your buds? Valcor, you're a good-looking guy, buddy. Everyone's enjoying themselves.
Lazarus. Don't touch that.
That middle one ain't hot at all. He should be like jumping back from it.
Charlotte.
Touch it. You feel anything?
No.
If you can do that, it ain't hot. Touch the top one.
Don't touch the top one, Charlotte.
Just tap it real fast.
No.
Do it. Do it. You're on video. Do it. Quick.
No.
Did you feel it?
No. Oh yeah, you have to turn it on.
Okay, so the one thing that we're doing very carefully is we're not just gonna let them out all day long because they're not used to it. So we're doing about an hour at a time, you know, for a little while, maybe for several days, and maybe up in the time that they're outside little by little to get them used to being out here, because that's a lot of nutrition all of a sudden. And if you let these guys eat, they're gonna wind up getting sick. So we need to be careful that we monitor their time spent out here so they don't wind up getting sick. Plus their bellies really aren't used to this. They've been mostly eating alfalfa and grain, so this is a new experience for them. They've had a few leaves and such, but
The
we're gonna.
electricity hurts.
Yeah, I know it hurts. Baron pooped this and this. What does that tell us?
That we need to take a sample to the vet.
Yep.
So,
And
Rest in peace.
probably time to start some
probably
coccidia treatment.
coccidia.
So whenever you see goat poop that looks like this, don't be too alarmed, but goat poop is not supposed to look like this.
If it happens.
It is supposed to be little balls that are either separated or gathered together in a pine cone. This usually means some sort of coccidosis or some minor GI tract thing going on. Happens to goats all the time, especially when they're young, so keep an eye on stuff like that. Get a sample to your vet and find out what the treatment is, because it can go a long way to making sure your goats are healthy. So we're gonna check his FAMACHA real quick. I don't know if we get it on video, we'll try. There you go. Whoops. I'm not head and look at him.
He's harder to do.
Yeah, he's super hard to do.
To close their eye and then do it like that. It's pretty light, actually.
That's pretty light. This is what normal goat poop is supposed to look like. Little balls, easily dispersed, all of even sizes. Don't have anything surprising in them. This is not what goat poop is supposed to look like. So we're gonna have Baron checked out.
Exactly.
I did it.
It did.
Yeah.
He got shocked by it just now. He was like, ah!
Now, Ollie, you be nice to the goats.
Yes, sir.
Bella's gonna get you. You be nice to those goats, all right, buddy? Well, the girls know what's in this cart. It's dinner time. So this is the trick that we're gonna use to try to lure them back into their pen. Let's see if this crazy business is gonna work. Hey, buddy, come on. Here we go.
Come on!
Yeah, look at him run. Well, get a 2 in that you can get in. This isn't gonna be easy, is it? So they just went swimming, right? All right, guys, we gotta get them back in. So it's roundup time.
You guys probably haven't seen this. This is my miniature that Erica made.
Love it. It's great. All right, let's go rustle some goats. Well, it looks like Erica might have figured out a method.
Come on, girls. Don't let them get it. Hold it up. Come on. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. You gotta get your grain.
Come on, ladies. Everybody inside.
Gotta go get back in your house.
Everybody in the house. Yay, everybody inside.
House, Charlotte.
No, 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 no. No, go in the house. Go in the house. Go in the house. They found the cart. Oh, that was stupid of us. Go on.
No, come on.
I totally forgot about that part.
Go.
No, 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 no. That's classic Goatslickers right there, ladies and gentlemen. The rain's starting to come. It's starting to get scary up there. I mean, look at the sky. God, what is that? You got a scraggler. Good catch. We got the crew. Everybody on their chains. With all this wind and chaos coming, right? Look at that. That's just crazy. That's typical Tennessee weather. Everybody's freaking out. Everybody calm down. Which brings us to the how do we feed our goats segment, okay? This is the best part. Every one of our girls has their own bucket full of grain and some little sunflower seeds kind of mixed in just for fun. Hi, Bella. As you can see, Bella has a collar connected to a chain connected to the fence. Likewise to the rest of them. And when each one of them is buckled up properly and all in a row, like Paisley pays. See, she's got a little Georgia there. Isn't that interesting? The winds are coming. Oh no. It's feeding time for goats. And so everybody gets on their chains.
But you want food, don't Molly over there. Come on.
Good job, Charlotte.
I
Hook her
had
up.
to do this with Bella when they first got here, and it was
But
the
Molly happens to be the one goat that has to be carried to her chain. Now we're gonna pass out the buckets in chaos.
Charlotte, the brown polka dotted one. I learned that.
Come on, go get the boys in there.
Good boy. So that's Scarlet, and each one of them gets fed just like that. Each one gets their own bucket. Why do we do this? Why do we give everybody their own buckets? Oh, Grace, you're excited, aren't you? You can't wait. Here's Elsa. Okay, the reason why we feed our goats like this is the only way that we have figured out for us to control their portions. And so if you just take a big bucket full of grain and put it in the middle of the room, like in the middle of their barn, then they're all gonna compete and not everybody gets an equal amount of food. So what we do is we give each one of them a bucket with a measured amount of grain that's just for them. That way they can eat patiently, they can get what they need, and their nutrition is always correct. They got a good amount of alfalfa for the night, and here's our little light that we use. Every night we kind of just plug it up like that, uses an LED bulb so that it doesn't catch on fire or ever get hot. At night, instead of worrying about ventilation, we're able to just kind of fence them up here inside of our makeshift goat barns, which are obviously made out of, basically gardening sheds. And that bad boy right there keeps the goats nice and safe, while at the same time allowing airflow through the barn at night so they don't get really, really hot in the summers. Those are the hinges I used. You know, get these guys at Farm Supply. They basically have a big screw on one end, and that one's like that, and the other one's like this. Super easy to do.
Oh yeah, FYI, you know all the fences like that make up the girls' pen, like there. I helped Blake with those.
Feeding time's over, and Charlotte's picking up the buckets.
No.
Of course, you always have one scraggler. Hi, Luna.
No. Paisley has so much left. Practically all the entire thing.
Well, I think Paisley just got done stuffing herself outside, so that might explain why she's not eating as much as she should be. Well, go on, Luna. Take your time. Everybody else is pretty much ready to go. All right, guys, let's let him off the chain. As soon as she walks out with the buckets. Hi, Molly. You ready, girl? Let's get you off. The terrifying storm coming is not making this any easier today. So everybody's in there and everybody's drinking, and the rain is starting to come as the storm heads towards us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the life of the Goatslickers. Lock them up good, baby. Run! 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 Straight in the barn for the grain. This is why we left the city. Oh my God, look at it coming down. Hi boys, did y'all have fun outside? Since we noticed Baron was having a little bit of an issue, he's gonna get his cord. So we use cord, and cord, what it does is it basically takes away the nutrients that the microorganism needs to thrive. Bad little booger, all it does is give him really, really, really bad diarrhea and make him feel really sick, so we're gonna fix him up. Charlotte! Just go in, baby! Just go in! Oh my gosh!
Go in, baby.
Hurry up, you're getting soaked, man! Go in! Go! Man, looks like we might be spending the night here tonight.
Yeah, I'm planning on doing that.
There you go, baby. So, Baron got his cord, and as you can see, they don't like it very much.
We're still going to take a sample to the vet tomorrow just to be sure that's what it is, but we pretty much know it is because we're used to seeing it. So we're going to go ahead and start treating just in case.
Well, you finished your grain, and I guess
Look at the rain.
it's time to call it a day, right, boys? Well, we did it just in time. We got the girls put away and the boys.
And my phone says hail likely.
Hail likely in 6 minutes.
We better get inside.
We better get in. Or else I'm going to be using this as a helmet. Are you ready, buddy? Let's do this. Thank you guys for joining us on this crazy afternoon. I hope you enjoyed it, and there'll be a lot more of this madness to come. From the Goatslickers, signing out. Remember, like us on YouTube so you can catch a lot more of this tomfoolery.
Okay, bye. Bye.